€45 billion a year. 0 shareholders. The world's biggest furniture company is owned by a Dutch foundation that, on paper, owns itself. 1943. Småland, Sweden. Ingvar Kamprad is 17 years old. His father gives him a cash reward for good grades. He starts a mail order business: pens, wallets, picture frames, nylon stockings, watches. He names it after himself. IKEA. Ingvar Kamprad. Elmtarid, the family farm. Agunnarid, the village. By 2015, Bloomberg ranks him 8th richest on Earth. $58.7 billion. He dies in 2018, age 91. Not a single share of IKEA passes to his 3 sons. The empire transfers to no one. IKEA is not one company, it is 2. Ingvar Group runs 574 stores in 32 countries. That is the warehouse you walk into. The meatballs, the Billy bookcase, the flat-pack tunnel of doom. Ingvar Group is owned by Stichting Ingvar Foundation, a Dutch non-profit. Then there is IKEA Group. It owns the brand, the catalogue, the product range, the franchise system itself. Every IKEA on Earth, including Ingvar, pays IKEA a franchise fee, roughly 3% of retail sales. IKEA is owned by IKEA Foundation, headquartered in Liechtenstein. 2 foundations, 2 countries, 2 completely separate corporate trees. Both engineered by Kamprad in the 1980s. Combined annual revenue across the 2 structures, roughly €68 billion. The company sells you furniture. The brand collects the rent. 2 foundations split the money, and none of it, legally, ever leaves the system. 1956, an IKEA designer named Gillis Lundgren is photographing a small wooden table, the Lövet, the Leaf. It will not fit in his car. He saws the legs off, throws the pieces in the trunk, reassembles it on set. That accident becomes a business model. A 30 cubic foot table now ships in a 3 cubic foot box. Shipping costs collapse. Customers do the assembly for free. Lundgren goes on to design the Billy bookcase, 60 million units sold. By 2016, the IKEA catalogue prints 220 million copies a year. 69 versions, 32 languages. More copies than the Bible, more than the Quran. And the food courts, 650 million customers a year, $2 billion in annual food sales. Internal policy. Be the lowest food price within a 30-mile radius, even if every meal loses money. Why? Fed customers stay longer. They spend more on furniture. Inside the company, the meatballs have a nickname. The best sofa seller. 1976, Sweden's marginal tax rate hits its punishing peak. Ingvar Kamprad packs up, moves to Switzerland. He stays 40 years. He only returns to Sweden in 2014, after his wife dies. While abroad, he engineers an ownership structure that has confounded tax authorities for decades. Stichting Ingvar Foundation, Netherlands. IKEA Foundation, Liechtenstein. Ingvar Group, the financial services arm his sons would eventually inherit, Luxembourg. 3 jurisdictions. 3 vehicles, 1 coordinated empire. Swedish public broadcaster SVT estimated the foundation structure saved Kamprad personally between 2.3 and 3.2 billion euros in tax across 20 years. Ingvar reinvests 85% of net income back into the business. 15% flows to the IKEA Foundation, a charity that has granted 2 billion euros to climate and poverty causes. But here is the legally airtight part. IKEA's own corporate page states it verbatim: Stichting Ingvar Foundation has no beneficial owners. It owns itself. IKEA cannot be sold, cannot be raided, cannot be inherited. The European Commission opened a state aid investigation in 2017. As of today, it is still pending. Most companies are built to be owned, then sold. IKEA was built to be neither. Every decision flows from one inversion. The company is not the product, the structure is. The flat pack is the funnel. It drops prices so more people walk in. The hot dog is the bait. It keeps them inside long enough to buy a sofa. The 2 foundation architecture is the moat. It makes IKEA permanently unsellable, unraidable, untaxable in any single jurisdiction. Kamprad's sons inherited Ikano, maybe 10 billion. The IKEA empire, 68 billion in annual revenue, passed to no one. By conventional accounting, this is irrational. By the math of permanence, it is the most aggressive long-term ownership structure ever built in retail. Next on the hidden ledger, Spirit Halloween. 1,500 stores, open 60 days a year. $1 billion in revenue, the dead mall arbitrage that nobody saw coming. Subscribe. Every week, we open the books.